Day 60, Fight with Cancer with Amalia Hawks. We got the test results in today. I'll let Amalia talk to you about that. We actually have the doctor in the video today. Tomorrow is chemo day, so we'll be down at UCLA tomorrow. I'm feeling a little bit better, I guess, than what I thought. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow at UCLA.
PET scan, that's the one we just had. Now before this, I think we had just done CTs, I think, right?
Yeah, they did one in San Joaquin. They did them because I went into the hospital for that week that I got really sick. Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's hard to compare PET with CT because they tell you a little different kinds of things. So the PET scan does show some spots in the liver, but that's it, really.
Yes.
So no sign of it other places.
So it was good.
So that part's good. Now the question is the liver any better, worse, or the same? And that's the part it might be a little hard to tell.
That's what the CAT scan was for.
And that's, yes, because what happens is the PET scan shows you activity of melanoma, but it doesn't necessarily tell you about size very well. Whereas the CAT scan will tell you size, but it doesn't tell you if it's alive or dead.
But that's what the comparison from the other one's for, right?
Right.
Okay,
so if a treatment's working, you should see the activity get less on the PET scan over time, and then the CAT scan spots shrink. Although they don't always do the same, they don't always happen at the same time. So you can see the PET scan getting better, the CAT scan not changing a whole lot because the stuff's dying, but it's not shrinking yet. So that's the difference.
So what you're saying, it's dying, but yet it's
She doesn't
not,
know.
Well, what we can say is that it's not any place else.
Okay, good.
Which is important. And they were able to see, like I said, a couple of spots. They can't say how many exactly, but they did see some PET active places in the liver that will go along with what they saw in the CAT scan. Now, whether those are better than before treatment, that's a bit harder to say. So that's the question. So the way to answer that would be either do another CAT scan, and it's not been, let's see, well, the CAT scan was done
on Friday.
On Friday, right. Or you could follow up with, repeat both of these, basically. So the CAT scan did show, well, let's see, maybe 3 spots, 4 spots or so in the liver of different sizes.
That's what the new one showed?
That's what the new one showed.
Okay, because I think the last one, the doctor at UCLA says there were like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's they don't count the exact number. They just give some measurements of the bigger ones. So you can compare them in the future and see if they're shrinking. So
by what you see on there, do you see that they're big or?
Well, there's a couple that are fair size. Like the biggest one is about 7 centimeters, they said. And there's a second one that's about 5 centimeters. So 5 centimeters is about 2 inches or so.
It's the same as last time?
Yeah, so, and the thing with, when you're trying treatments like this, they, how long it takes to see if the stuff's working is kind of variable. It can take up to a couple months to tell. Depends on the study. So if you've been at it for, what, a month or a month and a half?
Almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months?
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be my 4th treatment.
Okay.
So I would say maybe like in the 5th, 6th treatment, they should be able to say something, right?
Yeah, and usually the study lays out exactly when to do the scans to tell that. So
this is when they told us to do it. Was after every 3 they do a scan.
Right. So you do one at 3 and probably one at 6. And by 6 you ought to be able to tell what's going on for sure.
So no change?
Yeah, it's hard to say much change, I would say. So, and it's probably a little early to tell. Basically, the important thing is that it's not, traveling new places.
That's good.
Which is important to know. So far so good, it looks like.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
So we went to the doctor today. And how do you feel about the results?
I feel good. I feel that we didn't get any bad news. After the PET scan, they just figured out that I don't have cancer anywhere else in my body. So, and the cancer hasn't spread. So I'm thinking maybe the chemo's working, right?
I hope so.
It's not spreading, so.
Well, the cancer hasn't spread according to the PET scan, and according to the comparison with the CAT scan, it's not growing.
It's not growing, so that's good.
That's good. It's not shrinking, but it's not growing. And they said after 3 more treatments, we should see a difference.
Yeah, I think, it's just a little too early to tell, just like he said.
But it's not growing.
But it's not growing.
So that's good.
So it just made me feel a lot better after going there. Because I'm less stressed. I didn't want to show you that I was stressed, but I was a little.
I know you were. I could tell all day today you were snapping at me and you were so edgy today. But that was okay. You had every right to be. So was I.
And I guess he answered some of the questions. I know I was asking him too many questions. I just wanted answers, and I just felt the last time when we went to his appointment, he didn't give us answers like I wanted, and I was just hoping that, he can give me answers today. So I think I pushed through too much.
Yeah, I watched the video. We recorded the doctor, and you were just firing off a million questions at him, which is fine.
I think a lot of people have, the same thing, Sometimes when you go to the doctors, you forget all these things you want to ask.
You didn't forget anything today. This is good.
My main concern was about me not remembering stuff. And that irritates me, like, really, really bad. Because you keep on telling me, oh, I told you. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
So
it just makes me feel like if maybe you're telling me that that you told me. And
so one of the things I noticed today is that one of the things that people, when they go through chemo, is they get really sick and they throw up a lot and they ended up losing a lot of weight. You've actually put on a couple pounds, which is good. That means that the chemo is
I gained 2 or 3 pounds.
2 or 3 pounds. So
today.
Not today.
Well, since 2 weeks ago.
Since 2 weeks ago, but that's good because most people who go through this end up losing a lot of weight and get really sick. And if you're actually gaining weight, that means your immunities and your stuff is working.
And I also have been eating a lot of stuff that is not good for me too, so.
So we're going to start changing our diet.
Yes.
And we're going to start going extremely healthy, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables.
So we have to go get the juicer tomorrow.
We have to pick up we're picking up the juicer tomorrow. So, all right, real quick, because I know we're running short on time today because we have a lot of the doctor in here today. It's been 2 weeks since your last chemo. How's your side effects?
I still have my fingers numb.
Your fingers are numb?
I've been nauseous this time more than usual.
Okay.
Almost like every day now. It's like, I don't know if it's an effect because of chemo or what's going on. And of course, not remembering a lot. That's another thing that I've noticed a lot.
Yes.
But the doctor did say that after I finish chemo, that I should be gaining all that again, so.
Okay, good. Is there anything else you want to say, my love? I know the prayers have been working and everybody's support and wonderful news.
I know a lot of people have been praying, especially today, about results and everything, and I really want to thank you. I felt really calm afterwards, and it just made me really happy because I know that I have so much faith that everything's going to turn out okay. Well, not okay, everything's going to turn out good. And I just can't wait until everything is done and over with so I can just continue with my life. I know it's not going to be normal, but I just have to, just be okay with everything.
And you will.
I know, I have faith that I know that I will. But thank you for everybody for the prayers, and I won't see you guys tomorrow because I don't know if we're going to do video.
We'll do a video at UCLA tomorrow again, of course.
Okay.
We always do.
All right.
So look forward towards the yellow parking lights, and that means we're at UCLA.
Thank you all. Bye.